We're in a scrolling culture. We scroll and we're like, okay, we see this really great Instagram message and it's teaching us something. How do you separate yourself from the masses? Law of attraction. So the more you put out into the universe, Alfred, the more you're gonna get back. Trust me. You can't tiptoe into success. You gotta. Most people are mentally asleep. They're not dumb. I know I said a lot of people were dumb today, but they're just mentally asleep. That's a more, nicer way to say it. They're just stuck. Comfort zone, excuse zone. I'll start next week, start next Monday zone. I was that guy. I had low self-esteem, didn't believe in myself, so I studied my craft. I obsessed at this thing. I was obsessed with this thing. I read books and I actually did what they said to do. I didn't just highlight the page, I lived the page. So I want you to start thinking in terms of when you read something, when you come to a meeting, you take one thing, right? You take one thing that Alfred said, you take one thing that Josie said, you take one thing that Joel said, take one thing that Mercy said, and you apply it. Don't just sit as like a spectator. This is not a spectator sport. It's a sport where you got to get, Alex, when he would leave a meeting, he would go prospect. When he would leave a meeting, he would get on the phone and call 100 people. So he was doing what we were talking about. Hey, look, we need to do this. We all know we need to recruit more. Yes or yes?
Yes.
So why would we not get to a point where we leave this meeting and then we focus on recruiting one person today? And then once you get that momentum, the next day, go recruit another person. And then when you post it out to the team, you get all this feedback, you get all this recognition, everybody's excited for you. So then you want to do it again and again and again. Remember that this is a psychological game here. You understand that, right? That's why we have people on your team that were excited 2 weeks ago and they're not excited now. Why? Because psychologically, they're messed up.
Right.
Psychologically, they self-sabotage their thinking. So they're messed up. So number 2, winners dream and execute. Most people either dream or do, rarely both. It's most everybody, right? What do you think, right? We're in a scrolling culture. We scroll and we're like, okay, we see this really great Instagram message and it's teaching us something. And then what do? We just scroll to the next one. And then the next one teaches us something. Then we scroll to the next one. And the next one teaches us something. But we never fucking do what they told us to do. Can you relate? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it happens, right? And by the way, it happens to everybody. It's not just one person. It's not just you that do it. Everybody does that. But how do you separate yourself from the masses? You separate by actually executing. We are a results-oriented business. That's why I want to hear your results. That's why I want to see your results. Like Alfred feels like he just closed a $200,000 investment and he feels like, well, that's easy for me. It's not a big deal. But he doesn't realize the impact that you're going to make on Bryson and Max. Just by sending your message. Like, that's great for you, dude. But you want more? Spread the message more. Remember, it's called the law of attraction. So the more you put out into the universe, Alfred, the more you're going to get back. Trust me. And you're doing a lot for yourself and your family, but I want you to do more as far as inspire the heck out of us. I want to know, Joel, when you write a sale, I want to know what the sale was, and I want to know how much you made, Josie. I want to know how much money you made, Alex, when you closed a sale. Ricky, you just closed how much in securities the other day?
Yeah, 300,000, 50,000, and 30,000.
And did you send that out, results?
No, I forget about the investment.
Yeah, you forget about the investment. I mean, you just made, how much did you make?
Well, it's gonna bump up my passive income probably another $200 a month.
Okay, but what did you make? Like, what do you make on 350,000 in managed accounts?
Yeah, it's just your passive income goes up every month.
Okay, you don't make a pump. You don't make a bump.
No,
because we need to make money. I try to make the effort to kind of put where I won't necessarily put everything into the managed accounts.
Okay, all right.
Remember the 3 funds you have? That managed account, that's the long-term account for the client, right? Because it's long-term money for us also. Okay?
Right.
You still have to live. You still have to make money. If VA is appropriate to them, you do a VA.
Right.
If the short-term fund, that could be the mutual funds. Make it, easy to get out. Yes, there are people who put everything into managed accounts.
And they're just,
If you are making enough money to pay all your bills,
right.
that's a great strategy, because in a very few short years, you're gonna be making enough residual income to survive off of it. But if you're not in that position, you're going to suffer, because yes, we have to do what's in the client's best interest, but you have to do what's in your best interest. If
You have to
cannot
eat.
stay in the business because you can't pay your bills, that's probably not the best strategy.
Right.
You're not hurting the client by putting them in good mutual funds. Remember, that's 80-95% of the market.
Right.
Okay? Mutual funds.
That's
Or-
good advice right there. Do you hear that, Ricky?
And the cool thing is, make them 2 years later, now you can put them into the, now that you've got it set up, they're good, they're comfortable, now you can move into the managed account.
You got that? You
People
hear
stick
it?
in the managed
Okay.
account, it's hard
Still the three fundamental.
until you have enough.
Yeah, and you're still building those three fundamental accounts anyways. So, all right. So, so I want you to make sure that you post out that stuff, right?
Yeah.
We want to hear results. We want to know when you're making money. We want to know when you're producing. We want to know those things, because that's what fires us up, right? So my head was in the clouds, but my feet were on the pavement. I cold called. I did group presentations. I pushed through fear and spoke when my voice shook. I wrote my dreams down and went after them. You can't tiptoe into success. You got to kick the damn door down. You got to kick it down, Brian. You're not going to tiptoe your way to success, man. Thank you for watching our short clips on Alonzo Academy. If you'd like to watch the next short clip, click here.